Hey everybody, it's your girl Bunny. To all of my returning subscribers, hey, how you doing? And for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. Kick your feet up, subscribe to this family-friendly channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss any posts. Also follow me on Instagram at the same profile name so you don't miss the sneak peeks of what's coming up next. In this video, it's season 2, episode 2, Brooklyn Zoo. I give a full episode recap with photos offset to the side, and then I give my review at the end. No need to dig around. I have all of the minute marks in the comments. It's all coming up next. Bobby and the family celebrate Bobby's return home, and he gets a call, a three-way call with Divine, Hassan, and we got Rebel and Shotgun in the background as well, telling him congratulations and they're happy that he's released. And Vine tells him that his acquittal is blessing everyone, whether he realizes it or not, and he's being released from the halfway house. It's a second chance for the both of them. After the phone call, Divine packs his bags and he has a brief word with Fufu. And Fufu tells him that he's happy that he's taken this next step and to never come back. To help him get started, he's got word that a friend of his is looking for extra workers at a construction site. The only requirement is him never coming back. Rebel and Shotgun debate about Marvel and DC characters while others shoot craps in the background. Somebody tells Shotgun that, man, you smoke so much. You are just truly a method man. Power approaches Shy outside about making some extra money, but Shy says, his only focus now is cooking up lyrics, and he just wants to go to the studio and record. When he gets there, the engineer tells Shy that, man, you paying for some good quality studio time, but the quality of this track being on a particular cassette tape is defeating the whole purpose. But Shy just wants to continue anyway. Linda surprises Bobby with the basement having a more homely feel. She tells him that before everything was cluttered, but feels that he needs a more clear space so he can think and focus on the next step. Bobby takes this moment to apologize to his mom and thank her for everything that she's done. Mecca invites them up for some cake, and Bobby says, how about a movie? They watch the 8-diagram pole fighter, and Dennis recognizes a character from the other movie, Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang. Bobby explains that the movie is about losing everything you love and then finding your own path on your own. Hassan gets his hair braided while hearing about the scoop concerning the Buttafuoco case. There's constant knocking at the door, and it's the braider's baby father dropping off her kids. The guy is super territorial and wants to know who he is, but she tells him, it's okay, I'm just braiding the dude's hair, you wildin'. The guy approaches Hassan after getting his hair braided, and they just proceed to just beat him up and tell him to just stay away from his baby mom. Divine stays with Nia, and he hopes that he can get travel permission to see his family. He feels that being in New York, he's missing everything with the family. But Nia is quick to tell him that she wants a baby and notices that everybody is developing their own family and their own situation. But Vine is telling her, look at my situation. We need to make sure that we have some more financial security first, and then we'll talk about it. As he gets settled, he notices a closet full of tapes. She explains to him, look, I got promoted to manager where I work, and I dub a lot of tapes, and it's a hookup I got with your cousin Gary. I dub the tapes, and he gives me a cut. We see Gary's hustle all right. He's selling tapes left and right. He's got a customer telling him, I even want to see the footage. I could be paying for a blank tape, but I don't know. He sees Hassan pull up like, what's happened with you? And Hassan updates him about this crazy guy that's beating him up because he's seeing his baby mom. He tells Hassan, man, that's up to you if you want to leave the drama behind. But if it's somebody that you really want, maybe you should just step the dude like a man and try to squash everything. They observe the Israelites set up a table, but Gary tells his homeboy, look, just chill, ignore them, and let's just keep minding our own business. Dennis is still upset and wants revenge on the crew that attacked him and to get back to slanging and making money. He has more mouths to feed and he's ready to get back at it. But Bobby tells him, no, we got to continue to be positive and only do positive things. Linda comes down and tells Dennis that the baby needs more formula and jokes about them watching the same movie over and over again. And the movie is really about how people need one another to make it. They also play some OJs, talk about some good times. And Linda says, the more and more I watch that movie, it reminded me of a quote by Confucius. that we have two lives, and the second one begins when you realize you only have one. She wants to know this time what makes your path or your journey any different. He tells her that this time he'll have his brothers. While Shy is in the studio, someone comes in to tell him that, hey, you've gone over an hour and you owe me more money. He says, man, Rufus didn't say anything, so I thought everything was cool. But he tells him, hey, you don't come back until you give me my money. And I'm holding your music until I get it. Shotgun raps some of his lyrics that inspired Rebel to consider even changing his name, especially after Shotgun called himself Method Man. Rebel scribbles Inspector on the wall. Asan tries to step to his current girlfriend's baby daddy as a man, respectable, and create a place with no drama. But unfortunately, old dude ain't trying to hear it. Bobby brainstorms and gets creative to spark new tracks. His memory is a little rusty, but he says, hey, it's got to be like, riding a bike, right? The track he's developed so far, he writes Shy on the floppy disk. Shy talks to his mom about how his goal is to try to get them out of the apartment they live in, but all she wants to do is just to have him stay righteous and on the right path, and she's happy. While Inspector writes on the wall, some cops approach him to empty his pockets. He tells them that it's his right, and, if they want to search him, they need to just go ahead and do it. They put him on the wall, they search him, and unfortunately, they find the stash. Shotgun talks to U-God, and U-God tells him that the re-up is under his seat. But he warns U-God that Rebel just got arrested for some unmarked narcs, so just chill. They listen to some more music from Dre and Snoop, and they talk about how everybody, no matter what coast, has a story to tell, and they need to tell their story. He updates U-God that Bobby had an acquittal, and also Bobby liked his tape and that he's interested in working with him. U-God is down for that. Shy and Vine cross paths at a bus stop, and the tension is so thick, and both of them are thinking about their futures, that Vine decides to get on the next bus. When Shy arrives to the studio, he compliments some bumping music coming from Eric Sherman. He's making music for the Hit Squad, but tells Shy to keep doing his thing. He has that nice grimy sound that's coming from New York. He's even interested in working with him one day. Clifton played some of his material and he was impressed. Shy tells Clifton that he has his money, but he tells him to keep it if he agrees to work with some of his people, more specifically his cousin, who produced some stuff from leaders of the new school. Bobby works on more music as well, assigning certain beats to certain people. Inspector works on lyrics while he's in his cell and begins to write lyrics on the wall. Fufu's connection talks with Vine at the construction site and warns that the area is fast-paced with little to no training. But Vine says he's a quick learner and he'll even do the first week's work for free just to prove himself, no pay. The boss tells him that if Fufu recommended him, he's good, and he wants him to arrive the next morning at 8 a.m., plus he'll give him pay. The Israelites and Gary start to debate back and forth about their beliefs, arguments about the Nation of Islam, origins, and all kinds of stuff. Meanwhile, Asan has the inspiration to approach the man that's been beating him up this entire time. But this time, instead of meeting with peace, he greets the man with his fist. Bobby tells Dennis about Jim Stewart and Estelle Axton and how they invested their own money into their own record label. And the music industry is about business. He's hopeful that they can do things on their own, just like how they did with Stax Records. And after they had Stax Records, they had everybody across America dancing to Otis Redding. Bobby wants everybody to be on the right path, the same path of brotherhood. Bobby wants to head back to New York, but Dennis wants to stay with his family. He wants to make sure that everything's okay. Bobby tells him that he's not leaving him, but he's just starting a new journey. And he has a new beat and wants Dennis to put his input. Dennis tells him, don't add any drums or anything. The track is perfect as it is. Bobby leaves the beat with Dennis and tells him that he can do whatever he wants to do with it. Asan is spinning some bars to his lady, and she tells him, hey, don't turn around just yet. My baby daddy and his crew is approaching you right now, and he got a shotgun. Asan says, well, is he close? And she's worried, telling him, yeah, I mean, either you run or do something because they're right behind you. But Hassan says he has the power of many swords. Then he turns around, grabs the gun instead, and pops off a shot, making the crew run away. Shah's mom is proud of him, and he tells her, look, I'm about to meet this producer, and maybe this could be my big break. While Shotgun works on some lines, Shah learns that Rebel was snatched up by some narcs. While they're sitting there going back and forth, they got the group in the back shooting craps, and the dude pulls out the gun talking just a whole bunch of rah-rah and accidentally pops a shot. It ricochets and a bullet hits Shah in the leg. Mecca is sad that Bobby is leaving, but she knows that she'll visit him in New York soon, and he has to focus on his art. Linda wants Bobby to lead all of the guys and just stay safe and keep everybody focused. And that is the end of the episode. Now it is your favorite part of the video. That's right, my review. Now this episode, as I talked about in the first one, we're starting to see the shift again in people's focus. They've had some life-changing events and they're like, man, I really got to focus on my craft. It's really showing, right, from the writing that you have these talents and what are you doing with it? Bobby being through such a crazy court case, right? Shah thinking about his mom and where they're living and all the stuff that they've been through. He's even been homeless. He's dedicating all of his time and money, whatever he has, to at least record at the studio, right? When the guy's telling him, look, you got a cassette here that's wearing down the quality of the track, Shah's just like, I just want to record. I just want to get the lyrics out, which is important because creatively things might not be perfect, but it's all about starting the process. And we're starting to see those wheels churning of creativity and not it just be existing in your head, but purging all of your creativity in some shape or form. We still got Dennis that's pissed off about the whole situation. I mean, he was shot at. I mean, come on. And we got Bobby changing his focus so much so that he's leaving an area of comfort to go back to New York where things aren't peaches and cream. He's so focused, and I'm sure he at that time was just thinking about, hey, we really got to get rocking and rolling with this art, and we really got to focus. We have Divine who's changing his path and getting serious about stuff. And everybody has their own hustle. Everybody has their own thing. But they're just like, you know what? I'm really good with this. I'm really good with that, right? Even though Gary is getting his hustle on, he's just super smart. He's trying to educate people around him. It's just everybody with all this talent. And we're seeing the shift in focus and saying that this path that I took before was trash. And now I need to focus on, I may not know where I'm going, but at least let's just start to do something. You know, we got Shotgun evolving into Method Man and at least putting lyrics down, you know, not knowing where he's going, but at least he's communicating, talking to you, God, telling him you got this darkness about you and stuff that you see. But we got Bobby who really thinks that it's creative and wants to work with you. So we're starting to see the wheels turning. I know Wu-Tang fans are like, can you hurry it up? Everybody is so excited to see everything evolve into Wu-Tang. But Bobby is saying that he's ready. Everything that I have prepared, all these floppy disks, it's a brotherhood. This is the Wu-Tang clan. So I'm guessing with the rest of this season, you have all of these different personalities and you have all of these different ideas. So as a viewer, you want to see the evolution and how it came to be. And this is the patience that we're talking about and watching the story evolve. I'm a Wu-Tang fan. You know, everybody that's a Wu-Tang fan, we know, right? We know what's going on. We know what's going to happen. But like I said in the previous episode, a lot of people don't. So you got to take baby steps so people can learn at least the crust of the evolution. And I'm just really, really excited to watch this. The acting is phenomenal. For everybody to study the actual members of the group to the best of their ability, to mimic voices, to mimic body language, to mimic how they recite their lyrics is talent. a lot of people, and I can understand when you're a fan of something, you judge everything so harshly, about things not being the way that maybe it was in the documentary or maybe some of the books. It's like, chill. We just chill. We know the outcomes of Wu-Tang. We know what happened. All right. So just chill. Just enjoy the ride. It's TV. Chill out. Until next time, get ready. We got episode 3 coming. Your girl Bunny has been busy with the editing and getting stuff together, working, pursuing my dreams, doing all the same time. So, least you can do is give me a subscribe and a like, and tell friends and family about this family-friendly channel. I always give you shows. They may not be, viewer-friendly, but I make sure to translate it in such a way that all friends and family can watch it. You know what I'm saying? So that takes a lot. So in the meantime, take care of yourself and others. Check out other shows within the pinned comment as well. Binge watch, all that good stuff. I'll see you for episode 3. Bye.